And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com. You know the drill, www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Go to the app. They will deliver right to your front door, pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop. And or you can go to Dayton, Kentucky, tell them to pump it up, save yourself 15%. They are open Wednesday through Sunday, lunch and dinner. The best chicken tenders in town, the best sauce in town, the Galactic goodness. Just make sure you get down and support the people that are supporting us. Galactic Fried Chicken, it is out of this world. All right, let's rock and roll. It's a nightcap. I had volleyball tonight, so I did not get to go to the free food, free drinks gala event at Nippert Stadium. I had to send my new protege, Keegan Nickerson. So we had decided that we were going to have him on the BBP to talk about the event, but then Brent did an hour and 45-minute first segment, and we ran out of time. So now he is here pulling triple duty. He was at the event. He was on the BBP. Now he's on the Nightcap.
In Brent's defense, it was a good segment. It just we couldn't fit this in. So
it was an hour and 40 minutes. It was a segment.
Well, we could have broken it up. We did.
We could have, but we didn't. Anyhow, Keegan, Aaron Smith, as always. Keegan Nickerson, welcome to the show. Let us know what was the general vibe around the media event tonight. There was Cincy Light there, it looked like. There was Airmark had some food options. John Cunningham spoke. What was the general vibe? And look, man, did you cuss out Justin Williams for going to this event and only coming to 2 practices all camp?
You can't say that. He's going to come on the BCJ this week, right?
I haven't asked him that yet. I'm mad at him. It was all dependent on whether he showed up for free food and drinks tonight, and he did. So
As
I don't know.
National media guy instead of a beat
writer? Yeah. I might hit up Mo and see if Mo can do it instead of Justin. Is Mo there?
Yeah, Mo was there.
Oh, these motherfuckers! I tell you what. Anyhow, tell me about the event.
Well, it was kind of the perfect night because you walk out of the elevator and there's a table with name tags, and I also got my credential, which is very cool. The credentials are very nice. And then you turn to your right, and there's someone literally offering you Cincy Light and like a frosted glass. A
frosted glass.
The Cincy Light is sitting on a Cincy Reigns ice sculpture that's dripping. And then it's in that suite, the club suite, which is awesome. I've never been up there. I think that's where they did like the playoff announcement meetings when they have that's what I thought. But that's awesome. And then the food was ridiculous. Airmark does a great job. And then they had some announcements. No, okay, they don't. But the food was very good. I don't know about media food, but the food that's going to be in the clubs and some of the concessions, it was like they had the Big Cat sandwich, which is like roast beef. They had a really good smoked sausage and then brownie bites and then Cincy Light beer cheese, which was shockingly good.
I'm down with that.
Tasting very similar to pimento, but not exactly pimento. It wasn't too pimento, but it was very good. So.
Anything interesting from John Cunningham Anthony DeFino, I'm sure, just went over everything he talked about last week on the BCJ pod.
Yeah, so it was $400,000 investment in the concessions, and that's to increase the turnaround, and not increase the turnaround time, but improve the turnaround time, because he talked about, if you're at a baseball game and you have to wait for 2 minutes, that's not much. But at a football game, that could be a drive. That could be 2 to 3 plays. So they want to increase turnaround time. They opened the TCU building behind Nippert, and they said that is now in the stadium's perimeter.
TUC Tangeman University Center.
Yes. So that he said today that is now inside the stadium's perimeter. That offers more bathrooms. I know there's a Chick-fil-A and a Cane's in there. I think there might be a Cane's in there. I saw someone with the Cane's bag. Maybe it's
you
just
put it in your tweet.
Cane's is up on Shorevine.
Okay, it's fine. But
I don't think Shorevine is in the perimeter.
No, probably not. It might be someday if they expand enough, but not right now. So that's my mistake.
How many Cincy lights did you have?
I had one.
Okay.
I only had one.
Okay. No Jello shots.
Very good. No Jello shots. But that building is now in their perimeter. There's some debate on whether it has been. It might have been in the past, but they just said tonight that it is. And then
I don't think it was. But I think if you went in there and came back, there wasn't a lot of resistance. But now it's officially.
Yeah. Now everyone knows they can go in and go to the bathroom and get food, which I think is probably just Chick-fil-A. It's not Cane's. I need to correct that. And then they discussed the hiring of the 16-year ESPN veteran producer. I think his name's Trevor Toll. I know his last name Toll. I can't remember what they said his first name was. But he's going to help out with video production, helping with ESPN Plus, make sure that stuff goes smoothly. And then he'll also have an impact on what the video board looks like during the games and how that kind of goes and how the fans enjoy that. So
the video board has been hit or miss in different games where we're never really sure of the accuracy of what's been on the board. I believe at one point there was, I don't remember if it was absurd low or absurd high on like yards or in a game at one point last season.
Probably both.
Very well may have been. And I know he talked about Wi-Fi and all of that. That is always going to remain I'll believe it when I see it type thing. It's not a knock on this particular stadium. It's any stadium for that matter. Trying to get Wi-Fi to work well is a giant.
It's a
task.
Challenge. It's a challenge
that no one has seemed to get right at this point.
In any sporting venue,
correct,
ever, anywhere.
Correct. Yeah. So I don't know, like, who were you rubbing elbows with as you were there with the media people that you were impressed to be around as you find yourself new in this market?
I talked a lot with Charlie Clifford from Channel 5. He's a new guy that just started. They have a rather new team with Olivia Ray and him.
That's because we stole their retired guy.
Yeah, that you stole the veteran. But I talked a lot with them. A lot of the staffers that I've gotten to know really well. Zach Stipe introduced me to a lot of people. Zach Stipe is awesome. And then who else? In my opinion, the wonderful Justin Williams. I know Chad has a different opinion of Justin Williams. But I got to talk to him. Caleb Noe. I talked to Caleb Noe a lot from Channel 9. Him and Marshall Kramsky do a great job. But yeah, so it's a really good atmosphere, and I'm excited to dive more into it.
Channel 9, no, the Joe and Jeremy weren't there?
No. Joe and Jeremy weren't there. I was expecting them to be. But...
Me too.
Oh, Joe wanted me to tell you, bless my heart for working with you.
I tell Joe the same about Jeremy every time I talk to him. So. I mean, those are Xavier guys. What can you do? They hate when I say that. But, it is what it is. It's a one big happy family. We all love each other, so we can joke around. Except Jeremy.
Yeah.
But oh boy. So the overall vibe, though, like, does everybody seem pretty upbeat, pretty excited heading into week one? We're tomorrow is the first Scott Satterfield press conference of the season. Like it's here. It is upon us.
Talking about talking.
Talking about talking tomorrow night.
Yeah. Everyone's really excited. I think the unknown is very exciting. I will say there was some new wrapping around the stadium. There's some throwback logos and stuff that was debuted, and then I think they might have moved the Ring of Honor numbers around where those are in the stadium.
Did they add any? Because
no,
sweet Jesus,
I don't think so.
It's time.
But
somebody in the athletic department needs to understand that there's been one name added to the Ring of Honor since like 2009, and it's Shaq Washington. I love Shaq Washington, but there's a lot of motherfuckers.
There's like there needs to be about 3 times that number now.
Right.
You don't have to retire their numbers. Just put their name and their number up.
Ring of Honor.
That's it.
The problem is there's no Ring of Honor because we let those asshole hoodlums from FC Cincinnati into the stadium, and they destroyed the Ring of Honor. Soccer hooligans.
Oh my gosh. Fuck. You just added that last part for no reason.
And that's without even getting into the cutouts that they had to bring into the stadium.
The cutouts are awesome. The people that hate the cutouts they're idiots. They're not.
I only brought it up because it's a point of contention and people will go.
I'm just trying to see who all I can piss off tonight. I'm good with it.
There's some Ring of Honor numbers at the top left of the stadium. If you're looking at
they're
it,
going back to where they used to be in the ring around the stadium. Hence, Ring of Honor.
So
not like 30 by 15 rectangle of honor right above the suites, like the actual ring around the top of the stadium.
Are they going to have enough room in the ring by the time they add 3 times as many names and numbers?
I mean, that's a whole different conversation.
Do you want to have it? I'm kind of interested in having it.
No, we're already at 12.5, and that's a whole nightcap in and of itself.
So
save that one.
This is a yes or no. Are you adding Des Ridder, Sauce Gardner, and Alec Pierce?
Des and Sauce, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Alec, I think, is would be like
fringe.
There's a bunch of guys that need to go in before Alec, and that's not that I don't love Alec.
The Kelce's are on there, are they?
The Kelce's aren't on there. Marty Gilliard's not on there. Mike Mickens, who is a first-team All-American, is not on there. Tony Pike will tell you that he deserves to go up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. You really are just throwing strays everywhere.
Oh, that was sarcasm.
I don't know
I think Tony belongs in the Ring of Honor.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm giving him hell. Yeah.
I don't know that I put Travis up there. Do you put him up for what he did here, or do you put him up for what he did?
You put him up there just to put him up there, so that you can say the greatest tight end in NFL history is in our Ring of Honor.
The donation also helped, right?
Right. Like Travis has to go in the Ring of Honor.
And soon he's not going to be on a podcast every day wearing UC merch. So like telling everyone, hey, reminder, I didn't go to Alabama or LSU.
No, he's going to be on a podcast every day wearing UC merch because he's going to make more money doing that podcast than he's ever going to make playing football. The two of them are going to be able to do that podcast for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like that is not going away.
It loses some luster when they're not playing.
Yeah, but they're still wildly entertaining.
I agree. Just loses some luster when they're not playing.
Pat McAfee makes a lot more money than he did than when he was
playing. Well, that's not. Come on. I mean, he was a punter.
He made a lot of fucking money as a punter. Like, go look at his contracts. He was an all-pro punter.
You can't compare New Heights to the Pat. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. McAfee show.
Why not?
Because the Pat McAfee show is 10 times bigger than New Heights.
Now
Blue Heights is the #1 podcast in sports during football season. Bigger than the Pat McAfee Show podcast.
And Pardon My Take?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were #1 in Spotify and Apple all of last football season for sports podcasts. I think you have a gross misunderstanding of how popular.
I'd be interested to see if they sign a $150 million deal eventually.
In any case, you haven't even mentioned any running backs that would need to go up there, like Isaiah Peed, Mike Warren.
That's too much.
Jerome Ford, Jared Dokes.
Dokes
maybe.
I love
not.
Dokes, but Dokes isn't going. You're talking about the elites.
You have to compare them to Dez and Sauce.
Pete has a spot.
Warren has a spot.
Warren probably has a spot eventually. Keegan, while you were dicking around in JUCO baseball,
I watched Mike Warren religiously.
The Bearcats.
That game against UCLA was the reason that UC football is relevant right now.
So Mike Warren was the reason that they won that game at UCLA.
Mike Warren was
43 carries, 42 carries.
Mike Warren was the reason they had an outstanding season that year.
If Mike Warren is in the Ring of Honor, then you're going to have to add a running back every 3 years. Because this team, Jerome Ford, I guess, should be too.
Unless you take another 20 years off.
That's the nightcap. We'll have this conversation one day. We'll see you next time. It's brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.